Welcome to this episode of Best of America by Horseback. I'm Tom Seay. On this episode, we're in the Yukon, Whitehorse, Yukon. And up here in this part of the country, we're going to see where the sled dogs are happy puppies and how they do the dog sledding. We're going to show you horseback riding and some beautiful scenery. We've been in this part of the country before, but this is going to be a great show. You sit down, sit back, stay tuned, and watch Best of America by Horseback. It doesn't get much better than this.
Part of this show is brought to you by Mill Creek Manufacturing, makers of the first compact and stainless steel manure spreaders. They also make spin groomer arena rakes and now a new line of outdoor power equipment like the Mighty Ox log splitters and wood chippers. All top quality, high value equipment, all made in the USA. And by Spur's Big Fix, wound, skin, and hoof treatment. The more you use it, the more you'll love it.
We know about your big old truck and that trailer that you tow. We even heard about your toys. So, what's holding it all together? Good thing you know who to trust for trailer hitches. B&W Trailer Hitches. Trusted.
Welcome back to Best of America by Horseback, where Tom Seay is riding with guests at the Skyhigh Wilderness Ranch near Whitehorse in the Yukon. Founded in 1975, Skyhigh Ranch offers visitors adventures of a lifetime through hiking, fishing, canoeing, kayaking, trail riding, and of course, wilderness scenery as far as the eye can see. The history of Skyhigh Ranch began around 1960 when Sylvia Highkilla left Anaheim Lake in California headed for Whitehorse with the goal of starting her very own trail riding outfit and pack horse business. She eventually made it and lived around the area until finally settling down at Fish Lake. In 1975, she met Ian McDougall, whom she eventually married. Together they started the Skyhigh Wilderness Ranch, as it is known today. Today, Skyhigh Ranch consists of kennels of over 150 sled dogs, over 20 horses, and miles of wilderness trails. Whitehorse boasts a feel different than what you can get anywhere else, a feel that Betty Irwin, Deputy Mayor of Whitehorse, says is special to them.
You need to come to the Yukon because we are the wilderness territory here. And Whitehorse, which is the capital city of the Yukon, has a population of about 26,000 people, and we live in a wonderful wilderness. 5 minutes outside of city limits and you can get lost in the bush out here. We like to think in the Yukon that we are unique, we are independent, and we do things differently than other people. There are traditions here that have to be followed that came down from the gold rush days. And so we are very, very interested in keeping those traditions going and not forgetting how we started here.
The city of Whitehorse, along with Skyhigh Ranch, stays true to their roots and their ancestors, who settled in the area many years ago, living off the land and wild game. Whitehorse was established around 1900, where they continued to hunt, but now had a place to trade and find work. On April 1, 2005, the Kwanlin Dun became the 10th self-governing Yukon First Nation.
And of course we have our First Nations cultures here. We have 11 First Nations here, and they work closely with the city and the territorial government in order to keep all three governments working together for the benefit of all the people in the Yukon.
The gold rush brought a lot of people up in this area. Is there still gold mining done in this area and panning?
Oh yes, gold mining, not much panning anymore. The first year I was up in the Yukon, I spent 3 months out on the river panning gold. I came back with about ½ an ounce of gold. Didn't even pay for the trip. It was a wonderful experience. But no, there's not any of that done anymore. And many of the mines that have been worked in the past are being reworked again as the technology improves to extract the gold. There's still a lot of it up here.
Regardless of which season visitors come to Skyhigh Wilderness Ranch, they stay true to giving them an adventure of a lifetime. Gary Burdess, who is manager of Skyhigh Ranch, tells us what they have to offer.
Year-round, mostly dog sledding in the winter and horseback riding in the summer. Accommodations, cabins, trail rides with horses and dogs, backcountry tours for up to 10 days, 15 days with the dogs, 10 days with the horses. We've done fly-in trips. Yeah, our big business is winter because it's in the Yukon and high elevation in the mountains. Our big season is winter, and we do mostly the day stuff in the summer.
A unique feature at Skyhigh Ranch is their horses are allowed to free range, not restricted to where they can come and go, and are corralled at night in a nearby valley. While some may think it may be a challenge keeping them all together, Gary thinks the exact opposite.
I actually think it's probably easier than a lot of places in a lot of ways because we got all the land. We don't have fences all over the place. We don't have highways. We don't have towns. There's nothing. So we just let them go. And they love oats and they love hay, so they come back every day.
Stay tuned for more on Best of America by Horseback as we explore the Skyhigh Wilderness Ranch in Whitehorse, Yukon.
If you are interested in learning more about Best of America by Horseback, visit our website at bestofamericabyhorseback.com. There you can view our show schedule on RFD TV, learn how to join us for upcoming rides and events, benefits of our trail club and how to join, find riding locations and dude ranches by state, shop the online store for Best of America by Horseback logo gear, read our monthly newsletter to stay up to date, and learn about our sponsors and their quality products. It's all here at bestofamericabyhorseback.com.
Welcome back to Best of America by Horseback. Tom Seay is riding with viewers at the Skyhigh Wilderness Ranch in Whitehorse, Yukon. A big part of the experience while staying at Skyhigh Wilderness Ranch during the winter months is to go on one of their famous dog sledding tours, where people can drive their very own team of dogs and explore the majestic wilderness in the Yukon with their furry friends. Other winter activities available include the chance to spend some nights camping in the wild, where visitors can do a multitude of things from ice fishing to snowshoeing. Another interesting opportunity at Skyhigh Ranch is a chance to see the Aurora Borealis, more commonly known as the Northern Lights. During the summer months, Skyhigh Ranch gives riders their very own horseback tour, where both beginner and veteran trail riders can tour the Yukon wilderness for a few hours or up to several days. Other tours offered include spending time camping out in the wild, or going on long day hikes with the huskies that live at Skyhigh Ranch. While dog sledding is a unique and challenging sport, the riders and dogs are treated a little differently in Whitehorse. Betty Irwin explains.
There was a sign that we'd never seen before. Be careful to avoid dog sleds.
Absolutely.
They have as much a right-of-way here as bicyclists in New York or...
They truly do. There are a lot of people here who are involved in dog sledding, mushing as it's called, some for recreation, some for competition. And dog sleds have the right of way on the roadways.
So it's not a tourist attraction so much now as it is still a way of life.
It's still a way of life, yes. I live next door to a dog kennel, actually, with 26 huskies. And they just do it for recreation, but it is a way of life. The dogs get to you, and you love living with the dogs. They live in your house with you a lot of the times. But yes, it definitely is a way of life up here.
These dogs can't wait to do this. They love to do this, don't they?
They love to do this. They really do. If you watch a dog team being harnessed, they are so excited that it takes a handler to hold them back because they want to get going. Yes.
Visitors who stay at Skyhigh Ranch have several options of accommodations, whether they want to stay in the lodge or one of the cabins owned by Skyhigh Ranch. If you come from the United States, you don't have to worry. There are plenty of places you can stay if you love traveling by RV.
Is it a place where someone can come from the States with their RV and plenty of places to camp and park and stay during the summer?
Oh yes, we have plenty of RV parks. And the roads it's 2-lane, it's true, but the roads are very, very good and they're maintained well in the summertime. Tourism is one of our big industries here.
We'll be back with more from Alaska and the Yukon on Best of America by Horseback. Stay tuned.
I'm Steve Tucker. I'm the founder and president of Tucker Trail Saddles. We listen to our customers, we leverage the experience and craftsmanship of our team, and we embrace the goal to produce the most comfortable and functional trail saddle in the world. And we believe that we are offering with the new Horizon the absolute best and most comfortable trail riding saddle available today.
I've ridden thousands of miles all over this country. The saddle I choose is a Tucker saddle.
Hello, I'm Gary Stites. I am the #1 dealer for Lakota trailers nationwide. Please stop in and see our new facility. Our new facility has a very large display area where we will have up to a dozen trailers inside the building, a very large service center where we can service all your needs. We can take care of your horses as well as your trailer and show you new trailers also. Please stop in and see us on Interstate 71 south of Columbus, Ohio.
Welcome back to Best of America by Horseback's cruise to Alaska and Horseback Adventure at Skyhigh Ranch in the Yukon. Our group traveled to Alaska and Skyhigh Ranch in the Yukon on board a luxury cruise ship. The ship left the port of Seattle and traveled north through the Inside Passage with stops in Juneau, the capital of Alaska, Skagway, where we rode horses in the Yukon at Skyhigh Ranch, and Victoria in British Columbia. The ship also spent part of one day cruising through the beautiful Tracy's Arm, a deep fjord carved by glaciers about 45 miles south of Juneau. Tracy Arm is named after the Secretary of the Navy, Benjamin Franklin Tracy, and it is located in the heart of the Tracy Arm Ford's Terror Wilderness area. The fjord is over 30 miles long, with 1/5 of the area covered in ice. During the summer, the fjord has considerable floating ice ranging from hand-sized pieces to as large as a several-story building. It is common to see seals sunbathing on the floating ice pieces. One of the highlights of the cruise is spotting the marine mammals common in these waters. On this trip, our group was lucky enough to see both humpback whales and orcas, more commonly known as killer whales. When the humpback whales breached, it almost appeared as if they were coming out of the water to look at us, who were lining the decks looking at them. Traveling by cruise ship allows passengers to enjoy the rough and ruggedness of Alaska during the day and return to the warmth and luxury of the ship at night. The meals and wait staff on the ship are 5-star. There's always something going on every hour of the day and night, from enjoying live entertainment in one of the many lounge areas to full Broadway shows at night. The ship is a fun and comfortable way to travel. Tom spoke with a few of our group about their experiences on this year's cruise to Alaska and the Yukon.
You haven't ridden for a long time,
That's right.
but you're thinking about getting back into it.
Yes, I am.
Why?
Well, I've always loved horses, and I think there's so much I want my grandchildren to experience with the love of horses and the responsibility that you gain, that they will gain from taking care of the horses and loving them, and just so much for character building and the love of nature.
Well, never thought I would ever be here. And it's gorgeous, beautiful. And my sister and them took the trip last year and told us about it. So when Charles and them mentioned it, we all decided to come to the family for your show and to ride horses. It's amazing. Hadn't ridden horses in 35 years until the other day. But it brought back a lot of memories. Just a lot of good memories.
Well, it was a beautiful experience, and first trip to Alaska, and just nostalgic views and how majestic it all is, and had an opportunity to ride a draft horse on the trail, which was a new experience for me, and just enjoy the serenity of nature, God's creation, and just to get away from all the business of life is a special time.
Now you joined the group, you're a non-rider, but you're supportive of the family riding, right? And that's pretty important.
Well, that's why I hoped I would have an opportunity to say to people who are non-riders that that doesn't mean you don't belong here.
At the end of the ride, Tom asked the riders if they enjoyed their ride in the wilds of the Yukon.
How was it?
Perfect.
Good ride?
Very good, excellent.
What do you think, Wayne?
I loved it. Good.
It was a beautiful ride. The sun came out, the lake was beautiful, the mountains were beautiful. Love the Yukon.
Gorgeous, very beautiful, lovely day too. Awesome ride.
Awesome. Good ride.
Yeah,
Absolutely. It was great. Nothing like it.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Loved it.
Great ride.
It was beautiful.
Mama left me as a young man. Daddy's gone the way of sin. Had no one to call my family, but I'm a son of the prairie wind. Just a drifter out on this prairie, a roving cowboy, that's all I know. Blue stem grasses are my ocean, share them with the buffalo, share them with the buffalo. So prairie wind, just keep on blowing. Take me wherever you choose to roam. No one can keep me from your calling. Oh, prairie wind, you are my home. Oh, prairie wind, you are my home. I sway all day in the saddle, watch coyote pups.
Now, if someone wanted to get more information on Whitehorse, how do they get in touch with you?
I think the Visitors Information Center, which is on 2nd Avenue downtown, is operated by the Yukon Territorial Government, and the City of Whitehorse and the territorial government work very closely together to promote tourism and attractions. So that would be the place for people to make their first stop. They'll get all of the information, maps that they could possibly use.
For more information about visiting Skyhigh Ranch, you can call them at 867-667-4321 or log on to skyhighwilderness.com.